Willow Creek got started because ever since I was a little boy, I was fascinated and interested in Bigfoot and actually the Patterson Gimlin footage, the footage that our protagonists are trying to explore. Yeah, I mean, I'm not afraid of it. Because that witch wasn't real, so I don't think there'll be any repercussions. No, it's found footage is a it's just like if I made a Western, and you hope you bring your version of it. But yeah, people are going to compare it. But I think the people who have seen my movie usually don't feel the same. I think people who watch the trailer compare it to it, but that's okay. Well, I didn't, for the most part, I didn't explain to them that we were making a horror picture. I let the locals just be themselves, and the actors just basically stayed in character. So they people felt they were just talking to a tiny crew, like a boyfriend and girlfriend who were making a movie, and we really weren't that much larger of a crew. So that was so if I had asked them to act, I think that would have been a hard thing. So basically, by deceiving them, I think that's how we did it.
So basically, in the movie, your actors who play the couple, they're the ones who are actually the cameramen as well.
Yeah, about the majority of the movie. Yes, yeah, that's how I save money. No, the poster. Alex Party, who did the poster, I thought he did a great job, and I'm really happy with the poster. But my concern was to make a poster that was scary, so it would set the tone, so people who were familiar with the comedies I make wouldn't be thrown off so much. Yes, as a filmmaker, that annoying green cartoon doesn't show up when I'm introduced. No, I find I've enjoyed Fantasia more, but I'm more comfortable around other people who make movies, I think, than I am around comedians. But the festival itself has been really great because I've gotten to see other movies and I've got to talk to other filmmakers. So I don't know if I've been treated any differently, but I started doing stand-up comedy when I was 15, and now I'm 51. So, and I still do it. So for me, movies are a little bit more fresh and a little more exciting. Mostly, it's about the chicks. No, I like telling stories, and as a comedian, you're only allowed to tell really quick stories. Some people are really great at telling long stories, but I haven't been able to do that, And when you make a movie, you get to use all the elements of storytelling, not just the funny ones, So you can scare people or make them cry, or So I really like telling stories. Oh, yeah, that's true. I think there was a period of 80s comedies where there were bigger characters and sillier characters. I guess Jonah Hill. No, but there was some pretty broad stuff for a while, like with Jim Carrey and stuff. I think I never really thought about it too much. I'm not sure why I'm not getting hired anymore. No, I was joking. My next project will be I'm not quite sure, but I've written a handful of screenplays after I always write them, and then I go out and try to get funding for them, but it might be a musical. No, when you do stand-up comedy, there's a connection with a live audience that you just don't Yeah, it's totally true. I do it for the money. I don't. Yeah, I like horror pictures. I like all kinds of movies, but yeah. So I think it's funny. I think horror pictures are very similar to comedies in a way because it still involves a lot of the same thing. You know, a setup and a misdirect, and then a startled reaction. So yeah, it's funny. People often laugh when they're scared. Although I guess maybe they scream sometimes when they're happy too. But yeah, and then this movie, there's people, there's intentional laughs. I hope.
Well, thank you very
Oh,
much.
thank you,
And,
thank you.
I really hope your movie does well, and
Thank
wait
you.
to see your next project.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup.